What happened in the skies on the morning of September 11th, 2001?
That he was heading towards Washington.
Now, where are you getting this information from on American level?
Block the smoke and stay where you are. We're sending people upstairs. The fire department's coming upstairs. They're coming. They're downstairs.
Hi, Ron, it's me. Just want to let you know I love you and the girls. Tell my mom to, we're going down to that trade center thing, the second plane. They just crashed into that building. So we're on our way down there. I love you. I'll talk to you later.
A second plane has hit the second tower. America is under attack.
There were actually 8 planes that were hijacked.
There were thousands of planes still flying. As many as a dozen planes were reported hijacked at one point. And it was no secret the president was there. The school visit had been made public on September 7th, 4 days prior to 9/11.
Video cameras caught trucks arriving at the World Trade Center from about August 23rd until every night until about September 2nd, September 3rd. And the trucks were arriving at about 3 o'clock in the morning when everybody else had left the building, including the janitorial trucks. And the trucks were leaving at 5 a.m. right before the AAA personalities of Wall Street got to work to start their day. Something was brought into that building that would help with the detonation. There may have been work done on the detonation before. It may have been going on for months, but whatever they needed at the very end, they came and brought in that 10-day period. That's what we think happened. In August of 2001, I was told to stay out of New York City because the attack was considered imminent. We expected mass casualties and a possible miniature thermonuclear strike, a bomb.
We presume because of the initial explosion there may have been secondary explosions as well that were detonated in the building.
She said that while she was making her way downstairs, there were explosions going off everywhere. I was convinced that there were bombs planted all over the place, and someone was sitting at a control panel pushing detonator buttons.
You want to call your mother? We heard a very loud blast, an explosion. We looked up, and the building literally began to collapse before us.
We heard a loud explosion, and at that point, Building 2 was collapsing.
At that point, we heard a large boom. I looked up and just saw the building coming at us.
Do you know if it was an explosion or if it was a building collapse?
To me, it sounded like an explosion.
There was another major explosion. The building itself, literally the top of it came down.
It was a military plane. And it didn't look like a commercial jet.
It wasn't a commercial airline. No, that second one wasn't no emblems, no logos.
It was great, to be honest with you.
It was a fighter jet coming in to cover the city.
No, it was a black plane. It looked like a fighter jet. I got an eyewitness who said there was an explosion on floor 7 and 8. 7, 8. That's tower 2.
What we really need to know is how those buildings came down.
To undermine scientific integrity is to undermine our democracy.
The American people absolutely need the truth of 9/11.
The symmetry is the smoking gun.
NIST has admitted it went into free fall for 8 stories.
You don't need to be an engineer or an architect to see what happened to those buildings. You cannot generate enough heat to melt steel.
We have found is a modern version of thermite, which we call nanothermite.
And we have watched as scientific integrity has been undermined and scientific research politicized in an effort to advance predetermined ideological agendas.
I don't think anybody could have predicted that these people would take an airplane and slam it into the World Trade Center, take another one and slam it into the Pentagon, that they would try to use an airplane as a missile, a hijacked airplane as a missile.
In early 1999, bin Laden summoned KSM to Kandahar to tell him that his proposal to use aircraft as weapons now had al-Qaeda's full support.
9/11, 2001. 4 planes change America and the world forever.
We have some planes. Is anybody still there?
My goodness. Oh my goodness. We're looking at a live picture from Washington, and there is smoke pouring out of the Pentagon. Oh, there it goes, there it goes, there it goes, there it goes.
These are the first pictures we have in. Initial reports indicated no survivors.
Today I signed an act of Congress authorizing a national commission to investigate the events of September the 11th.
There's a famous email that one of the FBI agents sends saying at some point there'll be bodies in the streets, and at that point nobody's going to care that there was this wall. They're just going to know that we didn't do anything.
Sean, it's me. I just wanted to let you know I love you, and I'm stuck in this building in New York. There's lots of smoke, and we just wanted you to know that I love you already.
Like, what are these guys going through that they are seeing what's going on right above them? And it was just unbelievable, and I just kept saying, you're coming home tonight, you're coming home tonight.
I was up on in my office on the northwest corner of the 82nd floor. I heard a noise like